Boom, boom.
Yeah,
Bring it.
we're rocking tonight. Woo! Yeah, welcome everyone.
Woo woo.
What's up, Fern? How you doing tonight?
Oh man, living the proverbial dream, the COVID-19 dream, baby.
Check this out, man. This is episode 2 tonight. What do we got for episode 2?
Well, we got an update. What's going on right now? That's where the show was brought up out of. COVID-19. So we were bored as hell, and you know, and I do want to do a big shout out
Woo!
to the Downey Fire and Police
Word up.
for doing a drive-by at Kaiser Downey. We have a
Wait a minute, drive by? What the? What do you
well,
mean they
no,
did a drive
they
by?
showed the respect by going by Kaiser Permanente in Downey, and all the nurses and doctors were out there giving a big hand. They were showing a sign of solidarity. So much love to those people right there, man. That means a lot, you know.
Yeah, word up,
So
man. Definitely.
yeah,
Shout
big
out to
shout out to
them.
them. I was just there 2 days ago,
Right
and we have a
now, wait a minute.
well,
did you go
we
there for an
an
essential?
Estonian that works there that I know of. I won't mention her name or anything, but she works there and she was there. That's how I know about it. And they posted when the police department and the fire department came through and rolled through, and they were all out there, you know. So that's a good thing, man. So much love to them. Much props to those guys.
Mhm. Yeah, man. So definitely, I mean, the people on the front lines right now, man. Some of them are risking their lives. That's crazy. So hopefully we have enough protection for those people that are working front lives. On the front lines, trying to save lives and try to treat people that that have this virus.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's a serious thing. Our show is basically based on try to bring a smile to someone's face and make them laugh and be happy. But the stuff that's going on now, it's a little serious. It's actually very serious. Um, everyone's affected by it. Everybody, anybody you talk to, they're all affected by it. So it is serious, but we're trying to just bring light to the situation, and we want to bring up a couple things that are new, that have been going on right now. So I mean, you want to start? You want me to start?
Well, you know what? Um, I just want to know, what are people doing right now? That they've been at home since for about a month now, and then now they're saying we're probably going to be, they're probably are not going to reopen the economy for like another 30 days just to be on the safe side. I know one thing that I'm doing is I'm just trying to stay in a routine. I'm trying to go to bed at a certain time, waking up at the
Right, right.
same time. I mean, I'm not getting a lot of exercise right now. I'll tell you, man, I think I've gained like at least 20 pounds, bro.
Yeah. Well, stay your ass away from the fridge. Eat some fruit. Take a bike ride. You can
Hey,
do that shit.
they need to do a checkpoint and stop my ass like halfway down the hall.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I narrowed it down, and I hate to hate the you to hate the. I narrowed it down to penis. Puzzles for P. E. I eat a whole lot. N for Netflix. I for internet,
Uh
and of course S for a lot of sleep.
huh. Yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. That's some good stuff right there. Hey, I like that, man. That's pretty creative
I
right
mean,
there.
what are you gonna do? I mean, E. You wake up. I wake up really quick around noon.
Uh huh.
You know, what else you can do? I mean,
Well, you know what?
if you're stuck at home with your partner, if you're stuck at home with your partner, see, I turn the tables. I gotta clean. So when I get up in the morning, I start cleaning shit. I make breakfast. I do what I gotta do. You know,
right.
and that keeps her off my back.
Okay. Well, there you go. There you
You
go.
know,
That keep the wifey happy.
absolutely, man. You know, and it's all that, and I got my two boys that live with me,
Uh
23 and 20, or
huh.
22, 20 and 22 or 23.
Uh huh.
They're, and they're here and they're hungry all the time.
Uh huh. I hear you,
So what
man.
happened?
Well, you know what? I've done a lot of organizing my files and cleaning up, and I'm doing all this, man. I'm at the point where I'm over organizing and over filing, but that's all good.
I alphabetized my tool cabinet.
I thought you were gonna say your underwear.
My pantalons? Yeah, nah.
Hey, did you organize them by color and by
Nah,
holes? How
no,
many holes? These got three
no.
holes. Yeah.
Hey, one or two of them might have a hole or two in them.
Uh,
That don't take ain't nobody gonna see them but me.
hey, so listen up. Our main topic for the show tonight is marijuana, or what do they call it? Cannabis? What is it the same thing? Is cannabis the plant? Marijuana is the harvest? What is it? Tell me about it, because I don't know.
well, well, do you want to talk about this now? Because we got a couple other things we want to talk
Yeah,
about,
no, I.
but I'm gonna jam you up on it a little bit later.
Uh huh.
But for now, I just um,
Let's talk
I just
about
want
let's talk about the stimulus checks.
well the stim pop. You mean the Papa Trump checks?
Yeah, those checks.
Well, some of them have already gone out electronically. Um, there's lawmakers right now working on a website that they're going to be like uh, they're working on a website to where you can track it. If you really need your check that bad, you can track it to see when you're going to get. And a lot of people do because you know rent, car payments, the just the normal stuff that you need to get by, electricity and all that stuff. But if you call a lot of these utility companies and say, hey, you know what, I got laid off and blah blah blah, they'll do a 60-day, okay, you know what, you can pay us in 60, 90 days, which is really cool. I mean, the DMV, um,
Yeah.
court. If you have a court date from 3 months ago and you got to go, the court, you just got to call in.
Right, right.
You just got to call in.
That's a good point that you bring up, right? Because right now, I think they've paused any eviction notices. They can't kick you out. I would say, if you got car payments or mortgage payments or rent payments, and you're struggling because you got laid off, or they work is slow right now, just call the landlord, call your mortgagee, your auto loan. They'll pause your payments, like you were saying, for 60 or 90 days until we get
Yeah.
we get going. I'm
You
hoping
can,
I'm hoping these companies just rehire their same people again.
yeah. A lot of people are doing the food service delivery,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, there's options to do if you really need to make some money. Um, but yeah, I mean, a go getter is going to go get it. Bottom line,
Yeah.
you know.
Let me add to what I've heard. I heard that in order for you to qualify to get your money as fast as possible, you really need to get your 2018 and 19 taxes in completed, and also with direct deposit.
Well, those should have already been done. That's 2018, 2019. You
Yeah,
know, if you ain't got if you owe child support, you're for better. You're fucked. If you owe child support, you're done. Pay your child support. Um, but everyone else, you know, they're gonna get their money, you
hmm.
know. And let me ask you a personal question: what are you gonna do with your stimulus check?
Well, I'm probably gonna save half of it, and the other one I'm probably gonna pay down a credit card on it.
Okay,
So that's
so
kind.
you're that's stimulating the economy. You know, you're making payments and you're
Yeah,
doing what you got to do.
yeah, that's kind of what I have in mind. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like 12 or 1300, but I want to pay down a credit card and then maybe save the other half.
Yeah, just an FYI to everyone out there is if there's still some people that after the quarantine is lifted, please stay the fuck away from me. I just, you know, I mean, I like you and everything, but you know, there's that question mark.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Once things reopen and stuff like that, I think some people are gonna, at least take some precautions, keep doing the safeguards. You know what I mean? Staying away 6 feet, doing the social
Right.
distancing, and like that. Like, but you know what? It's gonna take a little bit for people to kind of. I'll tell you what the key is. The United States has to have uh, testing in check, and they have to have either an antibody or a vaccine that's like right there. Uh oh, uh oh. What do we
You're
got?
done.
What do we got? I'm done.
Yeah. Let's talk about marijuana.
All right, all right, all right. So what do we
So,
got here? What do we got?
so, so just so everyone understands, my co-host C-Loc asked me earlier today. He goes, Fern, why don't you go investigate what's happening with these marijuana houses and what's going on with, where do you buy weed? How many weed places are, dude? You're on the fucking late train. Everybody has weed. Everybody. Your neighbor has weed. You're on the late train. I don't know if you're just trying to yank my chain or blah blah blah. But if you're asking me to see what goes on in these marijuana dispensaries, which was your subject, and I'm totally obliged, I go, dude, my neighbor sells weed.
No, but hey, 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 hey. I want to learn, bro, and I think a lot of our audience wants to learn. There's some people that never even seen weed or smelled weed or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, people around me.
Dude, you live in Wilmot. You live in Wilmot. How the heck are you gonna tell me you don't know about weed?
Well,
Look,
I mean, I have a lot of buddies that smoke it. These are musicians, right?
right?
But I've never taken the hit. That's the honest truth.
Really? Okay, well, look, we're gonna have to smoke on the show. And hopefully after we get to the after this where we can actually do the show together, then we're gonna have to smoke a big old fat blunt.
All right, all right.
And then we'll take it from there. But to be honest with you, look, I talked to my boy. He used to work in a weed shop. Unfortunately, um,
By the way, there's three weed shops, if that's the name to call them, or dispensaries,
dispensaries, blah
right?
blah blah. It's
Uh,
legal now.
there's three of them within like 3 miles from my house.
There's one across from the DMV in Bellflower. So you go get your license, and then you go get your weed, or you go get your weed and then go get your license.
All right, so tell me what happens at a weed shop. Give me the rundown.
Really, dude?
I mean,
This is like talking to a beginner.
I am. I'm like weed for dummies 101.
All right, all right. You want to take it there? Okay, we'll go there. Before you needed a card,
Okay, okay.
go in.
All right.
So you go to fake doctor, tell them you got glaucoma. They'll sell you a card for $80. You know, you go into the weed shop, they sell you whatever you want. I used to go to different ones because they get specials. They give you an extra couple joints or whatever in there. Blah blah blah. But and they sell little canisters, and you know you go from your bottom grade to your top grade.
Okay,
And
what does
top
that mean? Top grade and low grade. What does that mean?
low grade, well, it depends. Um, uh, People use it for medical reasons as well. So I mean, there are a lot of legitimate people that use it for health reasons, and I totally agree because I have a couple people that actually use it um, for to be able to eat, to be able to uh, uh, to function.
Mhm.
You
I
know
I heard it's effective for people with like seizures.
that as well. I mean, it is. It beats opiates that the the hospitals are going to give you. I mean, Ativan, Norco, all that shit. I'd rather smoke me a doobie than be on Norco or Ativan or Vicodin or anything like that, dude.
Now, are there
I mean,
different dosages on the marijuana?
depends on. I mean, depends on what you want to pay. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. There are certain strains that are for certain purposes. Um, if you go with like a sativa, um, uh, a sativa would be more like to to release anxiety, to calm you down. Or hold on, let me see my notes because I'm not too. Uh, no, indica. If you got anxiety or whatever, you can use indica, and that'll calm you down. It'll bam 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 bam. The important thing to know is that it works different on different people.
Okay.
Now, I had a homie back in the day that fucking any weed he smoked, that motherfucker was looking out the window and with a gun, thinking they're about to get him. So, it's not for everybody. It's just for people hey, you know what? So so
So,
um
so tell.
indica is more anxiety relief. Sativa, if you want to feel high and you need to still get stuff done.
Mhm.
And then there's, depending on what shop you go to, you can go to any shop and they got the top shelf, which is like the Excalibur,
And
the
Fern,
Excel, and all that, which will just put you on stupid.
right. Give us a ballpark figure of how much it would cost to go in there and buy some weed to keep you going for.
Depends on how much you smoke.
Got you.
Depends on how much you smoke. I have, I had, I called my boy Quentin wake and bake. That motherfucker woke up and fucking smoked a joint before we went to work. And then while we're at work, he smoked, and then and he was cool all day long.
Now tell us about this CBD oil or CBD.
Well, CBD. Well, actually, I have an uncle that CBD is a whole new thing, man. I actually have an uncle that hired people, and they're really into that shit. They want to infuse it into like soda and stuff like that, and it, it's like it's like any medicinal type of thing that'll help. It's like Herbalife. It's like
So I had a friend that he said he couldn't smoke it, but he takes the CBD. It's a drop under his tongue, and it eventually absorbs into his body and makes him. He gets the results, and he uses it more for anxiety.
yeah. Well, there's that. There's edibles. There's tea that you can make out of it. I mean, there's brownies. I mean, come on, dude.
Hey,
You are
hey,
really on the late. You're really on the late train,
I
dude.
am.
If you want, look. If you
Can we get
want,
some chocolate brownies up in here?
yeah, I'll. You know what? I'll personally get you some chocolate brownies, bro.
Um, can
And then your mom would just be like, wait, just don't give her more than two. And I hate to bring your mom into it, but I know that'll make her feel better. And
uh,
the CBD uh, creams and all that, sometimes people confuse it for like a selling point or something like that. But you know what? I mean, the only real way to do it is, if it for the older people, is like in a tea. Ooh, ooh. In a tea or in a brownie or in a cookie or whatever. Dude, I took one last time. I will never take one again. I took an edible last time I went to Colombia, and I was fucking it. It like socked me from the back. I was like this. I
now,
will never take one again.
okay. And when you say edible, what do you exactly mean?
Edible is anything like a candy,
Okay,
gummy bears,
got you.
gummy bears, whatever it is. I mean,
See, I'm being
candy,
I'm being
whatever
schooled
the hell it
here.
is.
This is like going to weed school for
Dude, you
dummies.
live in Wilmot. How the heck are
Are,
you gonna tell me?
are,
Don't
are,
tell me you've been sheltered your whole life.
are you trying to
Food
stereotype
insecurity. Are
Wilmas?
you in a dungeon right now? You live right next to L Street, fool.
Dude, I grew up around 2 blocks from the projects, and I went to St.
I
And I
know.
went to St.
They
Anthony
sell
High
crack in
School.
the project. You're telling me you never smoke no weed.
Salud, way. Yeah. Hey, so what else before we start heading away from this topic? What other thing that you think our viewers and audience should know about this topic? That's definitely when we talk about weed, you see all these companies now that are selling it. It's a big billion-dollar industry. You know what? What
It's
else?
legal. It's legal. Handle it responsibly. Don't be an idiot and smoke it in front of children. Be responsible. That's all.
Word up,
If
word
you're
up.
if you're responsible enough to smoke weed, then do it responsibly. Don't smoke in your apartment building when you got kids upstairs. Be polite. Keep your distance. And that's human nature, man.
Fern, do you think that smoking marijuana
Yes,
um, affects your ability to drive a vehicle
absolutely.
differently than alcohol or being on medicine drugs?
Um, it, it I would not drive if I had just smoked a blunt. I would not drive at all. You got Uber, you got Lyft, you got all these services that can get you home for less than $10. Do not drive if you've been smoking weed. They got all that shit. You know what? Don't, for $10, dude. If you're smoking weed, you can afford $10 to get home.
True, true. Let me ask you something. So if somebody tries weed, so how long can they expect? Like
You're gonna try. Hey, have you ever tried weed?
I have not.
Okay, you're gonna try weed with me, and we're gonna do it on the show. It may not be the third, may not be the fourth episode, but we're gonna smoke weed, and then we're gonna do the show.
Okay, so
You down?
that's gonna be
You down?
a freaking funny
You
ass show
curious?
right there.
Right? Is
Uh,
that good?
how long does the high last normally?
Well, let me see. You smoke, you eat, you sleep. Depends on the weed. It can last 3, 4 hours.
Hmm. I heard that people who smoke weed, when they wake up in the morning, they feel really like refreshed, like they
Yeah,
totally relax when you sleep. Is that true?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. Um, I know a lot of my boys smoke weed.
Uh huh.
A lot of them do, and it's relaxing. If you want to chill and relax and just chill, and if you're with good people, that's that's when the high gets good. But it depends on who you're with. At our age, you're almost 50. I'm almost 50. Come on, man. For us, I'll go out there. I'm knocked out for the night, fool. I'm
Uh
done. All I need is a one hitter quitter, and I'm done.
huh.
And that's what go. But I haven't smoked weed in a while.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's good, man.
I haven't. I haven't.
Uh
That's no big deal.
huh. Hey, so before we move on to our sports segment, any last thought or comment on marijuana here? And you got a minute here to kind of
Yeah.
close us off.
Yeah. If anyone has any that wants me to test, just bring it by. Just text, hit the link below, hit like, and say, "Hey, Fern, what do you think about this shit?" And then I'll just test it out for you.
Hey, that's a good point. So right now, hey, we're on YouTube. We're launching the show. Please, as a reminder, give us a like. If you don't like the show, give us a dislike. And if you like the show, make sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because you will and turn on your notifications so that you know when the next episode gets uploaded. Right, Fern?
A lot of you guys already know us,
Uh huh.
and we're just throwing this out there because we're bored as hell and we ain't got nothing to do, and this is what we're trying to do. So
Mm-hmm.
um, if you want to be part of the show, or if you got a topic that you want to talk about, we talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Gate pets, are you in the closet, blah blah blah. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we're open to it. We're easy.
Uh-huh.
C-Loc, I think he's a metrosexual, but that's a whole different topic. But
Well, just
you know
because
what?
I cut
We're
my nails on
happy.
metrosexual.
Yeah. Hey, but the fact that you're a musician kind of evens it out. So we're good. We're good with that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, all right. So sports,
Next
we got
subject,
sports
brother.
right here because we ballers. We ballers from Long Beach and we must, right? So
Yeah.
Fern, here's what I found out about the NBA season. Looks like they're still on suspension, right? Um, they do want to continue the season once it's safe for everybody to return.
Right.
So the league intends to resume the season pending further developments related to the pandemic. Okay, but here, check this out. Here's what I found out about baseball. They want to start baseball and get all the teams to go to Phoenix, Arizona, and start league play. So they're going to be like sheltered and quarantined, all the teams in
With no
Arizona.
fans. With no fans.
Right. And the other thing is they want to do a bunch of 7 inning games and do double hitters to be able to finish up the season. What do you think about that?
I just want to know if the Dodgers play the Astros. I want every one of the Astros to get beamed.
Are you saying the Astros are cheaters?
Yeah, I'm saying they're cheaters. I would never take their title away. But you know
I
what?
would. I
Hey,
would.
nah. You know what? Look. That's probably been going on longer than we know about. But hey, that even Astros players know they if they get beamed, you don't rush the pitcher. It's because you got it coming, fool, and that's the way it is. Hey, and that's part of being an Astro right now.
You
Hey,
that whole topic
but
about the
I wouldn't take it from you just put an asterisk by their World Series. You just put an asterisk and say, oh yeah, they were caught for cheating. But other than that, I'm good.
I think I would rather respect them if they turned in the World Series trophy, and then we can just leave a blank for champion for that year.
And well, no, man. You know what? That's probably been going on for years. And you know what?
But
It'll
if
be as long as they get an asterisk by the World Series when list the records, as long as they got an asterisk and say, oh yeah, they got caught for cheating, then I'm good with that. An asterisk. I want Pete Rose back. If they're gonna be able to do that, I want Pete Rose back into the Hall of Fame.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I mean, that's bottom line. I got other sports news for you. See, look, the Raiders, and I'm sorry, I'm a Charger fan, baby, but the Raiders, their stadium might not be done, so they may be playing in El Paso, Texas.
How did a freaking El Paso come about?
Well, it's close. It's either between them or UNLV. And whatever, I'd rather see them go to UNLV because it's in Vegas.
I think that makes the more sense in UNLV.
Because of the current situation, they're shutting down. They may shut down production on the new stadium, and these guys are on a timeline, right? But I'd love to see the Raiders go to El Paso, and they're good travelers. Raider fans. I went to the last Oakland game, and I caught shit. I was wearing this jersey at the last Oakland game, and I caught shit. But I was with some good people, and but it's still funny, man, because this is how the world's changing. I mean, as long as the Chargers still playing in LA, baby. We got rid of our quarterback, Philip Rivers, number 17. He's at the Colts. Blah blah blah. I just hope that the NFL season can get underway. That's my big. My thing.
All right,
You know what I mean?
hit that bell, baby. Hit that bell. All right. Next segment and last segment of the show, Fern.
NBA.
No, we already talked about the NBA. They're still suspended until further news on the pandemic, but they do have plans to finish the season. Okay, so we go on to fact or fiction here, and you're
fact fiction.
you're on fact or fiction, and you ready? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, did the three wise men bearing gifts? Hold on. Three wise men bearing gifts visited the baby Jesus in a stable in Bethlehem. Fact or fiction? Fact. Okay, let's see how you did. Fact. Okay, next question. Frank Sinatra hated rock and roll music. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction. All right. Benjamin Franklin wanted an image of Moses to be on the America's official seal. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Okay. Albert Einstein once failed a mathematics examination.
Fact.
All right. We got a couple more here. The Vikings used horns on their helmets to add to their frightening appearance.
Correct.
Fact. Okay. Gunpowder was used in the first fire extinguisher.
What?
Gunpowder was used in the first fire extinguisher.
Fiction.
Okay. All right, we got a couple more. Black cats were denounced by the Vatican as being a stand-in for the devil.
Fiction.
Fiction. All right, all right. Okay, almost done. In Chicago, after Prohibition ended, the gangster Al Capone started a business delivering milk.
Absolutely not.
So that's
Al Capone delivering milk.
So that's fiction.
It's not true.
Okay, well, all right. Vitamin C is an effective treatment against the common cold. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Okay, last one. Duck quacks don't echo. Fact or fiction?
What?
Duck quacks don't echo. Quack, quack, quack.
I'm going to throw a guess on this one and say they probably do echo.
Okay. So here we go. Let me submit your answers here and let's see how you did. Okay. So the three wise men bearing gifts in Bethlehem was not true. It was a fiction. How about that?
Just give me the number I got right.
Okay. Well, you got it was 10. You got one right so far. You only got two rights. Two right. So you scored below
percent.
You failed. Yeah, 20%. But hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. We'll post the fact or fiction stuff on the comments.
Do you have a pet?
I do have a pet. No. I used to have a pet. I don't have a pet now.
Okay.
What is that?
Because I have a pet and I think he's gay. I'm in Chihuahua.
Is that fact or fiction?
That's fact.
Oh, so what's
nothing against them? I still love the hell out of them.
So what made you? What was the first thing that he did that made you think he was gay?
So I took him a walk. I took him around my block, right? And then there was a pug, right? That was a male pug. And he tried to bone the pug. I'm like, shit, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, Chapowski, what the fuck, dude?
Uh-huh.
And the girl walking was like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, I just found out my pet was gay. Nothing against him. You know, I love them foods. But damn, man. So, so I'm okay with it. You know, I like, my cousin's gay.
That's right. We love everybody. We love our fans. Hey, Fire, let's wrap it up here. Let me go get my bass guitar. Tell people what's going on. Please give us a like, or if you don't like the show,
tell us what you don't like.
Exactly. Give us comments.
We're open, or if you want to comment and let us know what you want to talk about, let us know what you want to talk about, because we give a rat's ass. Our next episode will be on dating rules and metrosexuals, when to come out the closet, when should you leave a date, dating rules during the COVID-19 series. Because I have a couple buddies that have gone online and they're like, oh shit, dude, well, fuck, I don't know, right? So they meet up. They meet up at the McDonald's parking lot. And they're like, what's up? All right, fool. All right, I'm gone. All right, yeah, you good? You good? Yeah. Okay, you don't look like your profile picture. All right. Ready to roll out, fool?
Yeah, here we go. Please subscribe to the show.